We're back with Lael Neale. The album is Altogether Stranger, and you just heard There From Here, and you're really dialing up that surrealness on it. You are exploring the airport almost as though it's an unreal place to be. Um, Tell me about, just on a surface level, tell me about your feelings on airports.
Well, I've had to spend a lot of time in airports in the past few years because I've been touring for the first time. So I, in some ways, I actually really enjoy being at the airport because I like people watching and eavesdropping on people's conversations and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it's it's definitely kind of an existential place for me. For one thing, I mean, I know it's not logical, but I feel like you're always facing your own mortality when you get in a giant metal thing that's flying through the sky. So so there is like I think everyone kind of has a little bit of sense of like mortality at the airport. Um, and I sometimes think that that makes people nicer to each other at the airport too. I've found that I have like really funny little interactions with people and people I see people helping each other. So the airport in that sense isn't all that bad as it sounds in the song, but I guess what I'm commenting on a lot there is just like the waiting room kind of feeling that you get at an airport and the way that you're being constantly bombarded with uh, things that people are trying to sell you, whether that's the duty-free store, which one of my most hated experiences on earth is walking through that perfume aisle of the duty-free. And I hold my breath the whole way and try to run through it basically. Um, and and so yeah, I think it's kind of like a perfect little microcosm of our society, all the goodness in people, and then the like blatant capitalism, and then like the authoritarianism of the airport attendees who are, I mean, we get hassled so much for bringing a guitar onto the plane. And so it's just like a perfect little microcosm of society at large, I feel.
All right, tell me about the metaphorical implications of ending in the airport.
So that has to do with the title and the line, trying to get there from here. Um, so I think of it as a metaphor for what we're kind of always doing throughout our lives. We're kind of always, or maybe not everyone, but I feel like I'm in a state constantly of trying to move from one state of being to another. Um, and having this kind of angst, maybe depression, maybe anxiety feeling propelling me. But I know that you can't get to a positive place from a state of mind of depression or anxiety. So you kind of have to step into the there that you want to go to before you can actually get there. So that's kind of my commentary throughout the album, and so it's the final note that I make, and that's why it's the last song.
Well played, well played. So, now comes the strange part of the interview where instead of talking about you, we talk about me.
Great.
Um,
Really?
so my thought is I connected so deeply with the thoughts being expressed on this album because I too don't really I don't really feel like the way society is going is matching up with my notions of how it should be, what freedom looks like, what experiencing reality looks like. So, I guess I took a fairly big step and I'm moving overseas. I don't think this feels right for me anymore.
Where are
And
you going?
I'm going to Wales.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting path I'm heading down. So, how do I put it? So I'm very loudly and clearly hearing you on something needing to change, and sort of um, the same applies to the sense that I need to get there from here, but I might be taking it just a tad more literally than you possibly intended. So I really felt like, okay, for whatever reason, this album is absolutely mirroring what I'm feeling. And I'm proud to say that I'm very literally going to be stepping through that airport trying to get there from here.
That's
It's
amazing. The song is, of course, it's both literal and metaphorical. So I'm glad you're taking it literally.
I'm taking it very literally.
And also making yeah, taking the leap of faith that it takes to move to a new space and to start a new life. And I think that's incredible. Where are you now?
I'm in New York.
Okay.
Um, so now let me sort of ask you for advice. How are you finding that you're getting there from here? Like what is your strategy for stepping through these bizarre portals?
Well, I took the message literally also because I moved right before the album came out. I moved from Los Angeles to my family's farm in Virginia. And I think the way that I write music, it's always teaching, the songs are always teaching me what I actually feel deep down that I might be like consciously ignoring. Um, so I took, so I heard that. I was saying that basically in every single one of the songs, get me out of this place. I need a new start, and I don't want to be in society as it is now. And so I've kind of done what you're doing, and we drove across the country in April and reached my family's farm in Virginia. And after getting back from a couple months of touring, I've been settling into life here, and I can 100% say that it was the right thing to do at this time because for me, what has been the most medicinal thing is being in nature um, and and being much more in control of what I'm taking in every day instead of being bombarded constantly uh, with modern life. So so I guess my advice is what you're already doing to just follow the gut feeling that you have, and it certainly will lead somewhere new. And then at the same time, we can create our own experience anywhere we are. I know that. But you know, life calls us forward in mysterious ways, and I think being open to the unknown is the most important state of mind to be in, that you aren't going to know how to do it or what to do, but you just get on the plane and go. And you'll make it over there and you'll figure it out.
Get on the plane and go. It is a terrifying prospect. Um, and I think the best way I've been able to explain it is that the only reason I was able to do what I'm doing right now is because the terror residing in me regarding uh, just staying where I am sort of overwhelmed the terror of the big change. So I found that you know what, why not go for it? Because you know, it's not like I have the source of calm and everything that I'd require to stay where I'm at.
I mean, that's how any change happens in our life. It becomes so uncomfortable where we are that we have to, that it's less scary to go through the pain wall of change. So yeah, it's amazing. But many people do. Many people would much rather kind of be in their known discomfort than the unknown discomfort. So I salute you.
Thank you so much. I like to close off my interviews with a weird little game. Um, I'm going to ask you to choose a song from any song you just can't have had anything to do with its creation. And the prompt I'm going to give you is sort of that attitude of change, that finding your way sort of song.
Someone else's song?
Yes.
Hmm.
That's the mood I want to leave the interview off on. But I like to I don't know. I like to throw in that little extra twist so that we can hear your influences both musically and intellectually.
The first song that pops into my mind is Hijira by Joni Mitchell. Do you know that song?
No.
It's off one of her kind of later albums, maybe in the 70s, and it's got Jaco Pastorius playing bass on it, which is bless his soul or whatever, but I can't stand the how the bass sounds in the production of the song. But that song when I was a teenager, the words of it, the message of it was so profound to me because it resonated in such a deep way of this feeling of just kind of traveling. It's like a traveler's hijira means I think it means like pilgrimage or moving from one place to another. Um, and it just resonated so deeply. So that was, yeah, that's the first song that came to my mind.
All right. Lael Neale, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Trevor.